Good morning. Is it Monday? Is it Tuesday? What day it is? I don't know.
How long has it been since the last huddle? Because it was only 3 days, but God, it feels like it's been weeks since we were here.
For me, a spectacular, restful, delightful weekend, filled with friends, filled with good food. We had sports, great stuff. I know you had a wild weekend.
Yeah, it was a fantastic weekend. Started with family coming in town and getting to have, the cousins together that are only 5 days apart. Which I got to tell a story about. Okay, pull that picture down for a second, and then I'll run everybody through what happened. But so James and I take the babies, right? James is my stepbrother, for those of you who don't know in the huddle. He had a baby 5 days before me. So we have cousins that are 5 days apart. So we're taking the babies to lunch, just us. We're gonna go have father-son time, gonna hang out together. And so we walk into the sandwich shop, and we're both holding the baby carriers. And the lady behind the counter goes, "Congratulations, twins!" And I looked at him and I was like, "Oh, you think we're a gay couple with twins?" Oh no, they're cousins. It's actually even crazier story than this. It was very funny. We looked at each other. We were laughing really hard.
Not that there's anything
wrong with that, right? It was just really funny that she was wrong.
Very nice, man. So show the picture, because it was a great weekend.
Yeah, so it was a great weekend. So started with that and had some great family time. Then Saturday night went to the Big Smoke meets Whiskey event at the Hard Rock, which was really fantastic. Then Sunday morning, woke up, hopped into the van with Andrew Koenig, and got the opportunity to spend the day with him, traveling through stores, traveling through competitors, getting a feel for what was happening in the retail world. Got to stop by and see Adam Case at the home show, and then had some brunch and finished off the weekend the right way. And it was wild. It was a lot. We did a lot this weekend, but it was really fantastic. Tons of learning, tons of sharing, and just really great stuff.
So for me, just good friends, dinner Friday night with Jerry and Mercedes. We caught Top Gun, as did you. Shay, you can show that picture. Stay tuned today, because we're going to talk, not in a spoiler way. We're going to talk about the impact of that movie. We'll talk about some trivia from the old movie that you did not know. But if you were one of the few people who did not see the movie, it was unbelievable. A Huddle shout out to Shelby Fabian, who, when we were walking on the beach, Shay, please.
I saw Shelby this morning.
Hey, please. Hello, there we go. He's still rusty, man.
I saw Shelby this morning in the gym. And a quick shout out to Rob Speranza, who's here this morning. I know both Shelby and Rob.
There we go.
There you go. There's Shelby
and his family. We were walking on the beach, which I will tell you is one of the absolute gifts of living where I live. So we took a 5-mile walk up and down the beach and ran into Shelby and his family, who were doing a staycation. So I said, let's grab a photo. That is Huddle worthy.
Absolutely.
Welcome, my man Shelby. Good stuff. So we have a wild show. We have lots of fun stuff. Not such good news for the Heat. We'll talk a little bit about that. Great news if you're a Ranger fan. Show me what it was like to be at that game last night.
Hey, how's it going today?
Pretty good. How are you?
Oh, I am not good.
Tough day for your Carolina fan.
I am not good, man. Boy, the Rangers showed up strong. 1-0, 2-0. Just took the heart away. It was unbelievable. Carolina got back in the game, scored a power play goal, made it 4-1. Bam! And 40 seconds later, the Rangers scored. So we go on to play Tampa. So my hope is that all the Panther fans pack on with the Ranger fans and kick Tampa's ass. Shay, get me some music so we can get this thing going.
Wake up, everybody. Get up, get up, get up, get up. Wake up. Come on, come on. Wake up, everybody. Teach a new way. Maybe then they'll listen what you have to say. Wake up, everybody. No more sleeping in bed. No more about to thinking. Time for thinking ahead. Come on now.
Boom, boom, boom. So just to throw it out there, if any of you have pictures that you think are huddle worthy, whether they're with us,
share them.
It doesn't matter. Share it. We will put it up there. This is for us, not all of us together. So Friday, if you missed the show, please go back and find it because we did a real deep dive into LinkedIn, which got great feedback from. Someone sent me Dale Dupree, who I'm actually going to be on the same speaking stage with him at the end of June. He put out a comic that he had found. Check this out. My company offered. So that's if you're.
So, yeah, it's a great visual of like being in a men's bathroom and you're in a urinal and somebody comes and walks up and pees right next to you for some reason, even though there's all of these other urinals, and then immediately starts talking to you and says, my company offers high quality lead generation services. Should we meet this afternoon or tomorrow morning to discuss? That is one of the best visuals I've seen of people pitching people through their DMs on LinkedIn that, just represents it so well.
Incredible. But we did Wall, we did Hall, where there was a couple all. Here's a beauty from Jason Probst. Jason is our client, Sistel, based in Raleigh. My condolences to you, my friend. But use this as a moment of success, if you will. He talked about putting good content out there. Somebody liked his post, said, hey, I see what you're putting out there. In his title, he said problem solver. And the old client said, maybe you can help me solve a problem. Sure enough, he's back in the game and ready to hopefully do some business there. So he sent that to me on Friday saying, this shit works.
Yep.
It does work, man. Pretty credible. So great stuff there. I'll switch to the Heat. So the real thing is they just didn't have the gunpowder to get after Boston. Tatum shot from every spot on the court.
They were the better basketball team. I mean, just their big three between Marcus Smart and Jason Tatum and Jalen, whatever. I mean, they were better. Those three were better than Jimmy and Bam and Kyle Lowry combined. Obviously, Jimmy did everything he could and absolutely emptied the tank. I mean, the guy did not take a minute off of the floor in that game 7. Did not take 1 minute of rest in that game 7. I think it's a moot point. Having watched those teams go at it for 7 games, I don't think either one of them stand a chance against the Warriors.
No.
I would say bet the Warriors in 4, at best in 5. The Celtics will probably steal a game. I don't want to take anything away from them. They're a very good defensive basketball team. But, you want to hear a cool stat, though, that'll really make you sick about the Knicks?
Couple of questions. Fuck that. I don't want to talk about that. Do not do that to me. I'm in a great mood. Do not talk to me about the fact that since 1947, the finals have included.
1947, there has been a former Knick player in the NBA Finals every single year. So congrats to the Knicks for being a great farm league for the rest of
And guess what? They've never won GM of the year. So, I do have a strategy question for you. Are you okay with the fact Jimmy took that shot 3-pointer?
Yeah, he earned that shot.
Yeah.
He earned that shot. So self-awareness wise, I would have hoped he would have went to the basket. And in my mind, the philosophy of sports is you do everything to extend the game, right? Don't take the shot to win the game. Take the shot to extend the game. I would have liked to see him try to get to the basket to force an overtime, maybe push, to get another possession. But he earned the right to take that shot, and you live and die with your best players.
I agree. Although if he hits that shot, it's a whole different conversation
Oh boy,
today.
he's a hero.
That place actually crumbles. They go berserk.
He's
I
a
get
hero.
chills thinking of what it could be. It was like, what a comeback. But, I think the Heat will make a big trade, and we will see some fun next year. Just one last note about it, and it'll take us on the other side, on the Celtics side. So Tatum won MVP. He was amazing. If you know his story, he's a young guy, man. He's only been in the league a couple of years. Had the opportunity to work out with Kobe, obviously before Kobe passed, became friends with him. He sent a text to Kobe prior to the game. He wore Kobe's armband and just said, I got you today, man. So when we talk about mental conditioning, this is all about preparation. Wherever you find your inspiration, you got to find it. You got to own it. And I don't care what anybody says. That was uniquely Tatum. That was
he
all
physicalized it. I mean, he wasn't just thinking about Kobe. He texted Kobe, even though he knows that, Kobe's not here with us. He texted him to physicalize it and really make it that contract. Are we going to show the Kobe video about the contract?
Well, yeah. So, one of the things we talk about all the time is this commitment that you make to yourself. We're talking about discipline, routines. This is not bullshit. This is reality. This is how people go from good to great. Show me Kobe.
I'm not negotiating with myself.
Yeah.
The deal was already made. The deal was made. When I set out at the beginning of the summer and said, this is the training plan I'm doing, I signed that contract with myself. I'm doing it. Throughout that process, you'll start talking to yourself like, man, I think I need to, maybe if we, nope. No, this is non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Non-negotiable with yourself. So you think about how all of us work our asses off to earn the contract. How about a contract with yourself? What's your, the words are everywhere. Responsibility to yourself, commitment to yourself.
I just recently did this with myself because I would say for the first 5 months of this year, I've been negotiating with myself, negotiating with my workouts, negotiating with my diet, negotiating with, I can take a little bit here, a little bit there. So my contract was I took a before picture yesterday in the mirror, just me and the camera. I took a before picture and said, I'm dedicated to getting back into the shape I was in for my birthday last year on September 10th. So I know what I looked like at 35. My goal is in 90 days to be better than I was at 35. And there's no more negotiating. Now I know what the plan is, and that's what I'm going to do. And I did that for myself. I don't do that for anybody else. But for me, that's the contract that I made with myself. And that's the way I physicalized it, was with that picture.
So here's the unique thing. You and I are so on the same wavelength. I've had a wonderful 6 months, call it 5 months, entering into the 6th month. I've traveled. I have not been as committed to my diet. I moved, so I can't work out with my trainer. I have a couple of things that I'm working on, injuries that have kept me sidelined. I'm not in the condition I want. I saw that video, was waiting for the time to play it, but I know that I made a contract with myself for June to feel better. We took a picture at the, Jake and Helen will have a laugh, but we took a selfie at the movie. And if you look at my gut now, I have a hernia and I'm getting surgery in June. So I can excuse some of it, that inflammation. Yeah. But you know what? The vacation, the wine, all of the stuff, you got to get back to basics. You got to make that contract with yourself. And so I'm thrilled to do it. I'm glad you and I are on that wavelength. And that video was my impetus. That's what I needed. I've got all the tools around me to help me. You saw, I sent you the picture of the food. Yep. Thank you, Mercedes, Jerry Latrento's wife. She did a blood test. She told me the food that I can eat. So commitment. Let's get on. We have motivational music today from the movie. If you haven't seen it, get your ass up and go see it. I hadn't been in a movie theater in forever. It was great. We went to IMAX. Listen to this freaking song, Lady Gaga.
Hold my hand, everything will be okay. I heard from the heavens that clouds have been gray. Pull me close, wrap me in your aching arms. I see that you're hurting. Why'd you take so long to tell me you need me? I see that you're bleeding. You don't need to show me again. But if you decide to, I'll ride in this life with you. I won't let go till the end. So cry tonight, but don't you let go of my hand. You can cry every last tear. I won't leave till I understand. Promise me, just hold my hand.
It was fantastic. That song ended the movie. It was the first time that you heard it the whole time in the theater, and it was an incredible way to end the movie.
Incredible way to end the movie. So it hit every note for me, sound, visual. So we weren't the only ones. Shay showed me the Variety headline. There you go. 124 million. That was before yesterday. They expected it to do 150 million, which topped any weekend opening. What a phenomenal job. It blew my mind that the original was 36 years ago. When I saw that, I was like, they must have, wait, that can't be right. I texted you guys. I go, 36 years ago.
Came out in 1986, just prior to me being born. So I am as old as Top Gun the movie.
What else do you know that could wait 36 years to have its sequel still be relevant, still be so tied to it? How many people watched the original this weekend?
Yeah, so here's my take on it. And to have an original that's good and to come out with a sequel is always something hard to do. What they did an incredible job of was paying homage to the original film and incorporating the original film in the follow-up while still building a new storyline and new character development and moving the movie forward, but not just leaving the old story behind. They really tied it together incredibly and kept you invested in the old relationships, the new relationships, and like it was just so good.
So, everybody knows that Jake is friendly with the Cruise family. So if you don't know that, there it's out of the bag. When we got out of the movie, I asked him, I said, where did that character come from that he falls in love with? And Jake was able to ask and get the answer and say that was the Admiral's daughter from I went back and watched the original movie. I was like, mother, that's like unbelievable, number one. Number two is Miles Teller is the reincarnation of Anthony Edwards.
They could not have picked a better person to play the son of Anthony Edwards. But so it's not just a good movie of where you're invested in the characters. Part of what I really loved about it was watching it from a leadership standpoint. And some of the points they made about building team, being invested in your team, creating belief in the mission and being invested as the leader to do the things and set the example by doing and not just showing and telling. Like there was some really concrete foundational leadership lessons in the movie that as I was sitting there watching it going, this isn't just a good dramatization of being in the Navy or being a fighter pilot. This is really valuable content and lesson learning as you were being entertained.
I absolutely 1000% agree with you. The themes in the movie, friendship, loyalty, romance, bromance for sure. Yeah. But there was one line in the whole movie, and I can't wait till I can have it, own it, watch
really
it forever, and really dissect it. Because to me, I'm just salivating for it.
I know.
But he said one line, and it's like he said, "I'm where I'm supposed to be."
Right.
And it just like boom. It was like hit me like a lightning bolt sitting there, where the fact that he wasn't going where other people thought he should go.
Wasn't a 7-star admiral. He wasn't a politician. He was right where he was supposed to be and doing the work that he wanted to do.
It was absolutely tremendous. They wove a topless, the guys on the beach scene into it.
Sure.
But Danger Zone still made it into the second movie, which is great. So clearly, if you haven't seen it, you got to go see it. In the last couple of minutes, what I thought we would do is go back and look at some of the trivia of the old movie. There's 11 facts that you probably didn't know. Number one is John Travolta was the first choice to play Maverick.
Which thank God that didn't happen, because
that would have been, man.
And to think that because it was Tom Cruise and Tom Cruise's commitment to doing it the right way and really creating the right kind of sequel, we would have never had this movie had it not been Tom Cruise.
Correct. Tom Cruise turned it down, did not want to be in the movie, which is completely, insane. They had spoken to Patrick Swayze, Michael J. Fox.
My favorite trivia about it was that Val Kilmer and Tom Cruise really did not get along initially. And, it's not a secret, Val Kilmer's in this one as well. And they continue the relationship on from where they left it off at the end of that movie. But Val Kilmer, coming recently out of Juilliard acting school, took the method style of acting and really lived that rivalry on set to where it divided people on set. You were either in the Cruise camp or you were in the Kilmer camp, and that really fed that true rivalry on screen, which I think helped make it that authentic. You felt like they were really at each other all the time.
I mean, it's not a spoiler, but they did pay homage to Iceman in this movie in a phenomenal way. So this movie was happy. This brought tears. This brought joy. This was great.
I can tell you this. The opening scene, as soon as the music started playing and they popped up the words about what Top Gun is, I got goosebumps all up and down my arm. I was like, oh, man, they're doing it right.
So all those years in the making, what a phenomenal showing. The last trivia fact is, and a lot of people don't know this, there was a big problem in the first movie with Kelly McGillis, who she was the romance in that movie. She went to shit and blew up, and so she couldn't be in this movie. But she was 5'10". Tom Cruise is 5'6", so they actually had to make boots. And so
schools, they had to make sure all different kinds of things to make them even in height throughout the movie.
It was crazy. Even in this movie, they had to make adjustments based on his height. But what a phenomenal actor, what a phenomenal driven human being to make all of those actors learn how to fly. I mean, you saw their faces in the G-forces. That's not bullshit. That's commitment to the craft.
That's
right. It was unbelievable. We, over the weekend, watched 2 other Tom Cruise movies. Two that I had never seen. One was Fallout, which was the last of the Mission Impossible ones.
Yep.
Phenomenal movie.
But not the last one, because there's a new one coming.
Is that right? Oh, wow.
You didn't see the preview? They previewed it before ours, before our top one.
No, we had 3 cartoon previews. I was like, Buzz Lightyear or something like that. And then the other movie that we watched that I never saw that was amazing was Vanilla Sky. Very deep, very weird.
Yeah.
Very weird. So I am on a Tom Cruise binge. Thank you for making it an amazing, amazing weekend, for tying me back to all of those good feelings. Great balls of fire, baby.
I think the commitment to the craft, and whether we talk about Jason Tatum, whether we talk about Tom Cruise, I think that's a great point for today, is that Tom Cruise wasn't going to rush this movie out. He wasn't going to cut any corners. He was going to make sure that it was done the right way, and look at the product that comes out because of that. Cost, time, effort, nothing is too much when it's commitment to the craft, and that's the product that you get. So highly recommend you go see it.
The payoff was there. I may actually go see it again. It was that worth it. I'll invest my time when the fanfare is down. We're not waiting on lines. But what an unbelievable way to end the month. Okay, so today's the 31st. It's not too late to get your shit in gear. Write a contract with yourself. Last thing is tomorrow, special guests. And I know Sean is here. Sean and David, two of the experts in the field of mobility. And for those of you who are not aware of what mobility is, that's the contrary to putting fucking $7 a gallon in your car, man. I made $7 a gallon this weekend. Just insane.
Yeah.
These guys are the experts. Sean is our friend that moved to Ireland. They're going to be here just like we talked about crypto. We're going to be talking about mobility, what solutions are coming, how Europe is ahead of us, and how you can get involved. So any last comments there?
No, I'm excited to have them on the show tomorrow to have another educational session the way we did about NFT and crypto, now talking about mobility. I'm definitely looking at buying a Tesla now because the gas prices are insane. So great start to the week. Excited for tomorrow. We'll see you.
Please don't worry about me. I'm about to let my heart speak. My friends keep telling me to leave this. So let's get down to business. Let's get down to business. Give you one more night.